Many people still plan on traveling despite the warnings of COVID risk by health officials. The CDC has given out tips to travelers to help keep them safe. But in many parts of the country hit with bad weather, some still might not be able to get home for the Christmas holiday. Sam Brock has the story.
It is sunshine in South Florida here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, but obviously for much of the country right now, that is not the case, getting hammered by severe weather. Let's start in the upper Midwest, places like Minnesota, Nebraska, South Dakota that are seeing blizzards, snarling traffic, pulling trucks off of roadways and creating whiteout conditions. In the Northeast, they are expecting torrential rain and heavy wind tonight into tomorrow morning, Christmas Day. All of this going on as travelers are heading out by the millions during a pandemic to see their families. We saw lines that were stretching throughout the terminal at Miami International Airport, where I interviewed one woman heading back to Brazil for the holiday with some trepidation about seeing her parents.
I bought this flight 7 months ago, so I'm really excited to see them. And I don't know, I feel like, I don't know how to explain. I just want to see them. I think we'll be okay. I don't really think it's really dangerous, the coronavirus, so.
AAA had originally forecast about 84 million travelers this holiday season, but most of those on the roadways, only about 3 million by air. But the TSA numbers have already jumped that. We've seen 5 million travelers in the last 5 days, according to that agency. And here at Fort Lauderdale Airport, the 18th largest in the country, they're projecting 1 million travelers just here over the holiday. In Fort Lauderdale, Sam Brock, NBC News.
She expected maybe 50 or 60 letters at the most to be dropped off at a special mailbox. But since Thanksgiving, more than 300 letters to the North Pole have been mailed from a small town in Colorado. That means one woman has her work cut out as Santa's special helper. Here's reporter Katie Eastman.
It's been crazy, to say the least. But that's all right. It's been fun.
Weekends spent at home are slow for some, but Whitney Pickering gets to work.
Dear Santa, Merry Christmas. What do the reindeer eat? I've heard that they eat magical candy canes.
It only makes sense that the answers to these important questions can be found by putting a letter in a mailbox off of Spruce Road in Evergreen, Colorado.
When we moved up here, they had a mailbox that had like a lock on it, and we're like, this is a pain. We don't really want to use that.
But Whitney soon saw the magic in the mailbox.
Straight to the North Pole.
Magic she could bring to kids like Caden.
At the very top of the earth.
Caden asked for a Santa action figure in his letter.
And that made him so happy.
Santa said so. In the letter, he wrote back.
And obviously, they do eat magical candy canes every now and then, but mostly they'll eat reindeer food like hay and oats 2 times a day.
Some letters are pretty funny.
But he was asked for a safe for Christmas because his sister keeps stealing his money.
Other letters show how much Santa is needed this year.
I want to have my family to hang out and have a good time together without us fighting. Oh, that one's cute.
Hazel wants help being good because she doesn't like her teacher. And Jackson wishes 2020 would stop.
But their grandmother actually passed away from COVID this last year, and they were very close with her. I've even had a mom who wrote me a letter because she's having a rough year. Her dad has pretty bad cancer, and so she hasn't been able to be around him because of COVID.
Santa's responses are all personal. He asked Hazel to find things in common with her teacher and told Jackson it was okay to still talk to his grandmother even though she's gone. The parents often reach out with notes of their own.
It was about as close to real magic as you could get, and you'll forever be dear to my heart for that. You just never know when something so small could mean something so big, and this was huge. It really got me.
Magic made on weekends
Here we go.
in Evergreen.
Just a little bit today.
With plenty of letters to write this year, Whitney enlisted more of Santa's helpers to make sure every kid gets a letter back before Christmas. An over-the-counter medication and a car dealer are issuing recalls. Details next on Valley News Live at 5.